Naruto 617 viewer comments. Yes, it's awesome. Okay, a few quick things right in the beginning. Okay, we're back to canon with the anime. 290 episode 297 was awesome. It's Gaara against the Edo Kages. It's awesome. 296, the previous episode, was done in a format some people didn't care for it, some did, to kind of get everybody caught up with the series, since we're back to canon in the anime, and it was done kind of in a newscaster format. If you haven't seen it, you'd kind of have to see what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, it's really great. If you're into watching the anime, it's definitely time to go back and do that. If you're not, that's cool too. All right, and let's go ahead and start. Normally there are at least a few people that have been voted on, right? You know, for top comments, and I really want to get the top 2 comments. But this week, only one person got any votes, so I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, I'm going to read the one comment that did get votes this week. Chaz Malakian. Okay, chapter. If they plan to trap the Juby in the other dimension, they must defeat Toby first, or he'll just bring it back. I don't think the scroll is a power-up because we haven't seen the Eternal Sharingan in action properly. But is it a way to unseal the Kages from the Death Reaper? Sugetsu said, "We will gain control of the war. And what better way than that to have the greatest Kages back to fight?" Good review, keep up the good work. When Lee kicked Madara, the dialogue balloon should have read Roadhouse. That is awesome. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, thumbs up. You know, I appreciate everyone does an awesome job of getting comments, but yeah, if you know when you're reading other people's comments, yeah, you know, thumbs up button right there. Yeah, the comments have thumbs up buttons on them. All right, and we're not going to talk. They have another one, but we won't talk about the other button. We'll just talk about the thumbs up button. All right, great job, Chaz Malakian. Really do appreciate it. Every week, man. Every week. Appreciate it. Okay, Crazy Christian 71. Man, just want to say you are my favorite reviewer. Wow, that is awesome. I like to watch guys like For Neverworld and Sawyer 7 Mage, but you have a different way of reviewing. I feel like you have a passion for it and you make it very entertaining, so keep up the good work. That's awesome. I really do appreciate it, and I'm glad you mentioned the 2 reviewers that you did. Sawyer 7 Mage is huge. He does a lot of reviews, and what I'm going to say I don't think is really controversial. I'm not trying to start anything. I think he would kind of agree with it, but his displeasure, and this is my take, okay, his displeasure for the way Kishimoto, his kind of randomness, the way Kishimoto has done things with the series, I think that it bleeds over into his reviews sometimes. Now, Sawyer 7 Mage, like I say, he has some really interesting perspective on a lot of the things that happen in the series. So I'm not knocking him at all, but there are times that I think that his issues with Kishimoto as far as a storyteller bleed over and make it feel that he's not happy with the series. Okay? And just the way it feels sometimes. I think he really does enjoy the series, but he's just not happy with Kishimoto as the storyteller with some things that he's done or the way he's done it. And it just my own personal take, you know, that's just my own. Like I said, I'm just a fan that does reviews, but that's my opinion. It's not, you know. So anyway, For Neverworld is my favorite reviewer. He covers a lot of different animes. He started some new ones. He's read a lot. He's really deep into it. You can really tell. Huge knowledge base. And every week, I mean, he's on top of it. He doesn't. When they come out, boom, he's done his review and he's got it produced and he's throwing it out there. I just have a respect for him. On, like I say, his knowledge. The way he does his reviews, whether you agree or not on his takes, and you know, just what he puts into it. So tremendous. Really like the 2. Now there's a lot of good reviewers out there. There's a lot of really good ones, but I really do appreciate you bringing up those 2. And Another thing is too, I mean, you know, sometimes for Neverworld's taught me a few things. One thing is if you're not particularly, if you have some, there's nothing wrong with calling out issues with the manga or the anime. So and I do that, but there are sometimes you should pull back a little bit, so you're not just. There are already some reviewers I won't name which do rant, you know, and I don't think that's every once in a while it's okay, but sometimes even if you're upset, you had kind of pull back a little bit, get some perspective, and kind of, you know, and like I say, tremendous amount of respect for both Sawyer Seven Mage and for Neverworld. But I think for Neverworld's, for me, he's the top anime reviewer out there. Period. But anyway, that's just my opinion, and you know, I'm just a fan. But anyway, I really do appreciate. I really appreciate the positive comments. And one last thing before I end this, you know, part one of the viewer comments for this chapter is the number one thing that I've heard over the whole time of doing this on why people like my reviews and some don't, and you know, but for the people that do like them is that it is different, and that is what I try to do, because I know you've already read the manga at least once, and I think for most people that I'm not the first reviewer that they go to. I think most people don't simply have one reviewer that they go to. So I'm trying to be one of them. So after someone maybe has gone for the perspective of a Sawyer 7 Mage and for Neverworld with his massive amount of knowledge on manga, they may go, well, okay, I've seen them. Now what's a different perspective? And I'm hoping for a lot of people that's what this channel is, and that's what I'm doing. So I don't always cover everything, because I know you've already, I mean, how many times do you want to hear the exact same thing over and over? The fact is you really don't. So that is what I really try to do on here, and that's the feedback that I get. So that's what I try to stick with, is what works. All right, I really do appreciate it. And I just love doing these reviews. I'd like to do a lot more videos, but that's another thing we'll get into later. All right, I'll meet up with everybody that feels like it over in part 2.